for me, the idea of humanity is a constant question that's in my mind, and how at the end of the day, I'll be perceived by society is something that's always at the forefront of my mind. Leaving this world better than when I came in. I felt like this script, with David directing it, the character that he had written. To be honest, black actors don't get that opportunity often. This was a character who really had to reflect on himself and be honest with the person that he was, because he was telling himself. You can't lie to yourself. My dad always used to say, you can talk to yourself, but you better not answer. It was the idea for me of, when all this is said and done, how do you get the best out of yourself to where you can die in peace? This character, he really just wanted to be understood and heard for what his intentions were, not how they were perceived. I was excited, but it was very difficult. The idea of, acting is like tennis. So when you hit the ball over the net, you need somebody to hit the ball back, or else the game's over. With this, I really had to work on it and, like in actor terms, beat it out to the point to where I knew what every moment was, what every line was, what every emotional beat was. Part of the reason I took this job, I've been in the business for 21 years, and after a while, you become successful, and it's like, oh, well, I can just show up, say my lines, get a check, and go to Jamaica, But I wanted to challenge myself. Like, I wanted to do something that hasn't been an opportunity for me for the past 20 years, and see if I still had the chutzpah, the ability to go to that place and feel that truth. So, when I read it, I realized when I was reading it, I felt that truth in my gut. Like, I felt that opportunity to create a real human being. I think that was the hardest, but also the most rewarding part. I've recently got rid of my iPhone 6 Plus. I'm very afraid of technology. I'm not a technology fan. I'm not a dude who, like, is always on the internet. If it wasn't for this, I wouldn't have the internet. But the future bothers me because the idea of human to human contact has kind of fallen to the wayside. The idea of just simply, dealing with someone on the most myopic of simple of human levels is starting to become a foreign idea. The thing I loved about my episode was we were able to play it honest, simple, and real, except there was a clone in the room. And that was the only idea, the only part of technology in the episode. The process hasn't been very different. I mean, I think the difference is television and streaming, because I did, when you start out a New York actor, you have to do Law and Order. So, like, that's your stripes as a New York actor. So I did one episode of Law and Order, and I was like, this is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I never want to do TV again. And then, and then I did, Altered Carbon. And Altered Carbon was a really amazing experience because, we had 4 directors, we had 8 episodes, and it really helped me to understand that if you arc this character the way you do in a movie, it's not very different. This year has been like streaming Mackie 101. And I've realized now that film and streaming is not different at all. It's television that's the hard part. That's the part that scares me, that I would literally retire right now if I had to do another episode of Law and Order. It was so hard.